I'm at Chester's Roman fort. This was a fort posted along part of Hadrian's wall. It was just a wall separating Scotland from England, but along the way there were ditches and forts and outposts and all sorts of things to guard it, and this is one of them. So in this area there were 500 men and their horses being kept, so it must have been high. It must have been a very tall place, because obviously they're not all going to fit on this kind of land area, but they can see where the urine pits were and the drain and all of that. It's amazing to think that something's lasted this long. So this is the River Tyne, Tyne, and it flows through here, and they of course had to straddle it with a bridge because they had to guard the border on the rivers as well. And this here is the bathhouse. Good place to have it, right by the water supply. And they were like a Turkish bath, like a steam bath, where they had a really hot room with steam, and other rooms where they groomed themselves. See there, down there, I'll show you a bit up close. So this is a stoke hole where they would stoke a fire underneath, and it would heat the stones on the other side, and they would ladle water onto the stones and it would create steam. Can you imagine the heat? So this part is actually taller than me. I would say about 7.5 feet. Maybe this part's about 8-9 feet tall. Some of the bits are you're not allowed in. So this would have been, you can see there those two sort of, they look a bit like megalithic type stones in the door frame. They were the entranceway into the steam room. This is the junk pile, obviously, from the excavation. Pillars. This one here looks like some kind of a drainage situation. As do these at the back. I mean, I don't think much of Hadrian or the other Roman emperors really, but you know, you have to give credit where credit's due, and they were certainly very good organisers. They made life livable and you know, civilization to some degree. And there you go, benches to sit on. Little holes for steam, I guess, to escape, or funnel water in or something. I don't really know now. And here's my feet going up Roman carved steps. How amazing. There's that grill I was showing you through before. So it worked not so much like the Roman baths in the town of Bath where they would soak, but it worked more like a sauna setup. The changing rooms. And what they used to do is someone rub oil into them and then scrape it off using a special tool that looked like a sort of comb called a strigil. And then they would go into the steam room. They must have got filthy though, so I can see why they would have been so particular about hygiene. This is the cooling down area, and in here there was an actual cold bath, which is what they would have used to close their pores, I suppose. Finish things off, get yourself all invigorated, ready for the next invasion by the Scots. I love that you can just walk around on the stones and touch them. I mean, even at Stonehenge you can't do this. Admittedly, it's a lot older, but it's really fabulous being able to think, you know, Claudius Maximus or someone actually may have touched this stone and now I'm touching it. Gorgeous location. And you see over the river there, that is actually the wall, Hadrian's wall. I'll see if I can get closer. Yes, that is the actual wall. And it would have come, you know, from across here, across the river, up the hill to that east gate that I was showing you earlier. Last time I was here I came to Halstead's Roman fort, which was more of the horses' stabling areas had been preserved. This place, more of the bathing areas of the officers has been preserved. So you get something different at each one. There's sort of several of them along the wall on the border between Scotland and England, and it's really neat to be able to just wander around in something that's such an ancient structure. Hi guys, I'm just doing a little selfie video of myself, obviously, being a selfie, here at Chester's Roman Fort. This is a civilian house behind me, and apparently the whole field beyond it is filled with these kinds of structures, and they just haven't excavated them fully. But yeah, they're all under there, and these were civilian houses that ran shops and things to try and get the Roman soldiers wages from them when they were here. Sorry, that was a fly. And yeah, so it's just so neat to be able to wander around in a place like this ancient. I love it. It's just wonderful. Great builders, great countryside. And this is the well, of course. They needed a well. More drainage pipes, where the pipes would have lain over there, and pillars. This is where the commanding officer sort of did the daily routine. And obviously floor space. Let's take a walk on Roman tiles. There is a phallus. They did mention that may have been some kind of religious thing. Of course, you know, there's nothing better in the world to worship than someone's genitals. So moving on. Let's go down into this little underground room. Which has still got all of its floor tiling there, and its roof arch is intact. I wonder what on earth this was. That looks like it used to be on the edge of a door or something. Another thing I love about England is they're such animal lovers that you're allowed to bring your pets along as long as they're on a lead. It's really good. So people don't have to sort of miss out because of it. So now I'm wondering whether that slab of stone was actually a basement slab, because that's what appears these ones are. Either that or it went on either side of a door jamb, something anyway. It's just amazing how much of it's still here. Oh, there's some terracotta tiling there. Wonder if that was something, some decorative entrance or something. That rather grand house in the background there is the house that the man lived in who did a lot of this excavation and preserved a lot of this excavation. His name isn't coming to mind at the moment. I'll try and put it in an email.